Mr. Davis.
Stand there. That's him right there. Look at him running people over.
Do you have any explanation for this, sir?
That's how he works.
Do you have any explanation?
That's how he works.
Do you have any explanation for this, sir? Do you have any explanation for this?
Thank you. Thank you, Hank.
Do you have any explanation?
Hank. Thank you.
This evening, an Enterprise Church delegation claims a man had them make years' worth of payments for their church, then locked them out and sold the building. Today, parishioners protested the sale that eventually escalated to the point the police were called in. News 4's Patrick Claybon was there. He witnessed it all, and he now joins us from our newsroom with details. Patrick, can you give us all these sordid details?
Well, Skylar, members of the Christ Life Church and Enterprise say they spent years trying to pay off and make improvements to their church. And today they look to confront the owner before he sold what they say is their church.
Hank Davis, these people gave their money, you thief!
Protesters from Christ Life Church and Enterprise stood outside a law office Wednesday after catching word that a church they say they made over half the payments for was to be sold, with not one penny going to the congregation.
We've paid the mortgage, we've paid the insurance, we've done everything. He had this signed over to him 10 years ago for the amount of $10. And he's selling it today in that building for $165,000 that we feel like belongs to the church and doesn't belong to Hank Davis or his so-called ministry.
Schroed says Davis, formerly of Word of Life Ministries in Cleveland, Tennessee, made a verbal agreement to sell the church in order to build a new expanded church for their growing population.
5 years ago, in the middle of some legal issues that he was having, we were hoping to have the property signed back to the church.
According to WVLT in Chattanooga, Tennessee, that legal trouble for Davis revolved around a child sex abuse case. It settled for just under $200,000, most of that money paid out by Word of Life Ministries. Protesters continued to wait for the closing of the church property, and when Davis and others left the building, they emphatically declined to comment.
Look at him running people over. That's how he works.
For this, sir?
That's how he works.
And a man who claims he wasn't a part of the deal had this to say.
It's none of your business.
It's none of my business?
That's right.
Okay, is it any of these people's business?
Protesters say this man, who had an auto accident as he left Wednesday, is the father of the new landowner, Tom Neese, who after leaving the legal office went to take a look, presumably, at what was his new property.
We put so much time and effort into it, and we know that people are out there that don't know Jesus, and we want them to meet Jesus, and without a building it makes it a lot more difficult for that to happen.
Now, two in the group told me they plan on pressing charges against Davis for the vehicle incident today, and they were told by police there will be a warrant for his arrest as early as Friday. Skylar?
Wow, thank you very much for that story, Patrick. I'm sure we'll continue to follow it. Well, congregation members say that they're now seeking legal counsel for a civil suit against Davis for a portion of the profits from that sale.